my other books in this series are currently in storage, so I can't show them off. But I got out to a real honest-to-goodness bookstore a couple of days ago, and I picked up the new Christa Faust novel, The Get Off. This is the third in her Angel Dare series, following on, what is it, Money Shot? What was the first one? I think Money Shot was the first one, and then Chokehold was the second. I think that's correct. Uh, Maybe it'll say inside the cover. Yeah, Money Shot, Chokehold, and now the Get Off. And she also did the graphic novel Peepland. Those are all from Hard Case Crime. Um, I've read from her. This is just going to be the Hard Case Crime ones. I've read several other uh, novels by Christa Faust, and they're hugely enjoyable. When I say enjoyable, Chokehold is a rough read, and no, Money Shot was a rough read. Chokehold made me wish I took a shower with steel wool when I was done. It was really brutal, and I get the sense that the Get Off might be even more harrowing. I'll put it, and I suspect this may be intentionally and permanently the last. I just get the sense that this is going to be the last novel in this series, probably with some level of finality. And I can only imagine because Faust is incredibly mean to her protagonists, and especially, I mean, Angel Dare goes through it, and but super readable, super gut punchy, real good stuff. So I've enjoyed this series quite a bit. I'm excited to give it a read. Not sure when I'm going to get to it. I am just not reading fiction at the speed or frequency that I would like to be, and I'm going to try to work on that. But I definitely want to give this one a go, and it's going to slide pretty close to the top of my to-read list. But I'm making very little progress on that list, so we'll see. Have you read this? Have you checked out any of the other Hard Case Crime? I've read probably a dozen, maybe a little more of the Hard Case Crime novels. Generally speaking, I've enjoyed them. I tend to like the reprints of older and more obscure ones. I tend to like the writing of like the 40s and 50s more than some of the contemporary ones that have been put out, but I'm trying not to be so sort of chauvinistic about it. Mystery crime, not really my genre, but I do love hard-boiled and noir and all of that sort of thing. So I think that's why I tend to be a little more attracted to the older stuff. It just has a vibe, has more vibe I like. It has that usually post-World War II, not always, but usually post-World War II, sort of mid-century ugly side of America, the thing that noir got into, the thing that in the 70s blaxploitation did, the seedy underbelly of the American dream. I like that, and because I'm also a sucker for mid-century utopianism, I like the look of the world of tomorrow. I like the all of the glitz of the better living through chemistry and the ultimate kitchen and the bachelor pad and all of that. I love all of that and the aesthetic of it, even though obviously it was more fantasy than anything. But I dig that. So I also dig the counter of it with the grim side of hard boiled and all that. Anyway, this is a long rant. Check this out. Christa Faust is great writer, tons of fun, and fun with the grain of salt that it's fun of getting like kicked in the balls. If that's psychologically what you're into. Also check out Hood Town, her Luchadore novel, which is just really freaking good. So anyway, have you read it? Let me know. Until next time, take care.